So, I had plans to see Dragon Ball Super. I'm kind of waiting for my friend to spawn back. I'm not streaming right now, so I thought, hey, instead of drinking or doing other miscellaneous things before this movie starts, why don't I actually get some work done? So, to get ahead of what I'm actually on, actually by an unknown amount of time, because with the whole schedules flipping, we actually don't know when this banner specifically is coming up. Talking in particular, this banner, because yeah, as you can see, this starts immediately after Shisho Fest, and then GudaGuda 5 starts a week later. So honestly, we can kind of either expect this timeline or for this banner to start next week on that be it's gotta be soon. Sorry, I'm blanking. I've already been drinking today. It's probably in the next 2 days if this was gonna start before GudaGuda 5. If not, it will start at the end of Shisho Fest. So yeah, we're talking about the OG Okita. Now, going over her art costume. Wait, is that all her cost? Okay, you know what? It does make her more serious. I'll give her that. It's not much of a difference. Like, it really isn't much of a difference. It's like this is more traditional Japanese, and this is like more fan servicey. But I do like this costume on her. Yep, the Sakura saber, the jokes with Nobu, the OG GudaGuda servant that apparently Lasagna and DW were so afraid of that they didn't buff her. Her first buff is this year. And if you look at her ID, she might be even sooner serving than Shisho. I don't know IDs off the top of my head, and sometimes IDs lie to you of when servants actually come out. So yeah, we're talking about Okita today. Yeah, so looking at the stats off the rip, base attack higher than average. We're already looking pretty good, especially for her being a year 1 servant. HP, okay, so honestly, I'm surprised her HP is this high, because the whole thing about Okita is that she's like deathly ill. So as a meme, I wouldn't have, like, if they put her HP as like 9,000, I wouldn't have even like looked at it and said, okay, that sucks. I'd be like, okay, so they did a meme in her base stats. Cool. I mean, yeah, they did that to Okita J Souji and made her a literal meme. But sure. Have her have more HP than attack. Sure. Star weight, star gen, typical saber. MP charge, hold up. Wait a second. That's pretty good. 1.09, that's pretty good. But then you see, oh, 1 arts card and then 2 quick cards. But quick cards have 5 hits on them. So your optimal MP gen, even with all the Brave Buster QAB chains, is probably always going to be AQQ. Always. It's never going to be different. Exception would be MPQQ. But even then, MP gen might not be super high unless you're using double Scotty for that. All right. Yeah, rest of her hits, nothing to speak of. Extra attack being 3 for 1 hit on the Buster cards. She looks like a year 1 servant. She just looks like one. Like you see these hits, like especially the extra attack. Because, like, they don't make 3-hit extra attacks anymore. They literally don't. That's how you know, like, the way, and that's based on how MP Gen and stars are calculated. Like, they don't make 3-hit extra attacks for a reason. It's why having a higher hit extra attack is better. Alright, so before I even looked at started this review, I did look up when these buffs happened. And honestly, why the fuck did it take till year 5 going on 6 to buff Okita? And I'm not joking about that. She is a year 1 servant that apparently they felt so afraid of, they didn't buff her until the first GudaGuda 5. Because when I started playing on JP, it was GudaGuda 5 rerun. The rerun. So this is what it is off the rip. Not that much different from Shisho, except Shisho's is targetable. 50%, 5 turns, the typical mana burst. With this summoning campaign, I don't want to call it an event because it's not part of GudaGuda 5 technically. They did buff this skill, and it's still the mana burst, but they made it so on attack buff for 1 turn, and it kind of makes it. It depends on how you want to do this. So, grants self on attack buff for 1 turn. Increases attack by 20% for 1 turn when normal attacking. Activates first. This part is extremely important. You want to know how important it is? If this didn't activate first, your extra attack on this turn would not benefit from it. That's how important it is. Because it's only 1 turn. Do I think this buff was good enough? For what they want Okita to be, it's fine. For modern standards, not so much. But they want to keep Okita 1 turn, so they want to keep her 1 turn, whatever. This helps it keep it 1 turn. It literally makes it so on the turn you pop this, you better have a brave chain. It has to be an brave chain. To be the full benefit, it would be whatever other face card, and then the last 2 would be 2 quick cards. If you wanted like absolute max damage for this part. In general though, like probably quick brave chain, and then just the extra attack is gonna have 60% attack added on. But yeah, this buff does not help her kit be more than a 1 turn chump, or 1 pump chump. Yeah, that's the actual term, 1 pump chump. This buff doesn't help her. Second buff, this is what it is right now, and even after GudaGuda 5. It's just typical star weight. It's actually really good star weight though, considering she's a saber, not a berserker, because this would be low tier berserker star weight, 1,000, because their normal star weight is like 10, around 10 up to and like 1,000 star weight would bring that up to like normal, yeah, around normal star weight. On a saber, 1,000 star weight is gonna make sure Okita gets all the stars, which she does want. She does want to be critting, not gonna lie. This is her buff skill though. 50% crit damage and a 30% battery on a 5-turn cooldown, which again hasn't changed, but it does add into the fact that now you can use this to lead up into a brave chain, because it will work together with this. So again, like maybe Buster quick, and with the star weight and crit damage, all of it being crits, I'll do some chunky damage. Again, extra attack benefits the most when it's a full chain, even though quick does the least amount of damage. But for like this skill in particular, like maybe if Okita is solo, like it's different, but you know, it's kind of hard to tell. Third skill, evasion for 1 turn, and then even more crit damage. This time for 3 turns. Like this is her only redeeming thing that like guarantees her crits are actually gonna bite. Besides like any supports. And the joke is that her passive skills are like absolutely terrible. Don't even fucking worry about them. They might as well not even be there. Like holy fucking shit. How do you have a quick servant E rank like riding quick buff? Like that is actually a joke. Like I get it. The real Okita Souji had nothing to do with like the magical world. But did you really have to gimp her skills this badly? Like really? Mana loading or extra attack, the standard stuff. Although with her having a 30% battery, although this doesn't come for another year on NA, like maybe take your pick. It really is take your pick. She's not a farmer, so it really doesn't matter that much. And then we come to the MP. This is always good because it pierces defense as a normal effect. It wasn't just a MP does normal damage and then it has the overcharge. No. It always had this. And that's probably why it's never been buffed. Because it always had this effect intrinsic. Which, I mean, with all the damage cut and stuff that was going on in year 1 and this one just negged it, like that's probably why she never got a buff. But pierce defense and then 30% defense on overcharge for base, which is not normal. The normal is 20. So by default, this is already higher. And this lasts for 3 turns, so you can start stacking it up. She's a year 1 servant. What do you expect her level up materials? She's not gonna have Lost Belt 5 stuff. Even so, she doesn't have Lost Belt 5 stuff, but she does have Lost Belt 4. I think. Hold up. Argotha and Shimosa, so no. Argotha and Shimosa. Okay. I honestly thought they would have made more of a meme and had Okita too. Okay, yeah, also looking at the stats, you can tell this is supposed to be a joke character because what fucking saber actually has this shit? This looks like an assassin. This is why Okita J Souji was a thing. Because her stats look like a fucking assassin's, not a saber. This does not look like a saber stats. But what are you gonna do? Bonsi, crit damage. Should you summon for the OG Okita J correct myself. The OG Okita Souji. It's really fucking hard to say that. Do you have Dioscuri? If the answer is yes, do not summon for Okita. Because they have it. They have that passive on their MP along with Pierce Invul. And I believe it's for 1 turn as well. This MP just does it for the MP. It's not a buff to yourself. Which is either a positive or a negative. But yeah. Right now on NA, do not summon for her. She is not worth it. JP, if she goes unrated up again with this battery or this buff, probably more worth summoning. But me personally, not when you can get spooked by Dioscuri. Not when you can get spooked by Dioscuri, who does this and their kid is just straight up better. Like, let's not cap. Their kid is straight up better. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.